Okay, just a minute. Okay. So I suppose you can see my screen already.
We can see your screen, yes.
Okay. So recording has started, I suppose. So
Yes.
I can also start. Slideshow. Okay. So hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Yannis, and I come from the island of Samos, where usually I reside at the University of the Aegean, and sometimes I teach about entrepreneurship, and some other times I teach about digital governance issues. Now, today we are here. I will give you a brief view, a brief introduction on the project that we called the PROMETHEUS project. And this is a project about actually changing the way universities work in the area of promoting entrepreneurship. So our vision is to help this change happen in higher education all over Europe and abroad, maybe even beyond Europe. And to do that, what do? We develop new methods, new systems, and new services. So today you will have the chance to see, maybe not all of them, because we're not going to spend many hours here, but you will have a chance to see what we offer to ourselves and then to the community. And then we do that because we have an idea, a vision to accelerate this innovation and entrepreneurship building in higher education institutes together with their ecosystems. As you will see, PROMETHEUS is not anymore something about between a few partners. And we have also a focus that you need to know. This is the area of digital transformation and this crossroad between digital transformation and sustainable development. And we do all this because we think this will be very important for students, for staff, for faculty of the universities, and also for broader societal goals. So if something of all these resonates with you, you are today in the right place. Now, who we are, PROMETHEUS core consortium is composed of 8 partners. You see University of the Aegean, Patras, La Sapienza, Twente, and Kyrillos and Methodius University in North Macedonia in Skopje is the 5 universities that take part in this consortium, the core consortium. And you see also that we have representatives of the industry like crowd policy and representatives of research issues, societal issues like ERFC in Greece and IBA in Romania. And you see also that we are one of the most connected consortiums projects to the EIT, because several of our partners are connected, as you see, to several of the EIT kicks, as we call them. Now, this is what has happened in the first year of the project. We are not still in the first year. We haven't finished the first year of the project. We are still working for this. And we have already gathered, as you see, a large amount of organizations that cannot be core partners because that was done a year ago. But now we have very strong organizations joining and taking part in our project, just as being partners in many aspects. And this is one of the calls today. This is one of the perpetual calls that my colleagues will tell you later about. You see universities, public bodies also have a view. They always want to take a part in this new entrepreneurship thinking and building. A lot of industries, of course, because they need also to see what is happening, maybe in their area, to take some ideas, to assist some new startups, become bigger and then collaborate with them. And here I have a very short selection of a few of our KPIs to see what is this project about on an everyday basis. So on an everyday basis, what we do is we train students. We have our ideas about entrepreneurship and sustainable development, and we train students every day So we already have trained in this aspect, in these areas, more than 700 students, as you see. And most importantly, we have mentored a lot of teams. And also, Prometheus is already a repository, is already a place where a lot of ideas are already there. So we already have more than almost 200 student ideas. By the way, you can see them later. Panayotis will show you a glimpse of this. It's an open part, and then it's a part which is closed and you cannot access if you are not someone within the network, and then you sign an NDA. Now, we mentor startups, we do lectures among us, we invite from other universities, from the industry. We train also academic staff and non-academic staff, as you see. And already we have secured a 25,000 euro seed financing. So we will give that away for free, basically, through the competition to ideas that distinguish, that stand out and get the first prizes in the Prometheus competition, as you will learn. Finishing my presentation, going towards the end of my presentation, this is a view of what I promised you in the vision, the tools. Now, today is not, the information day is not to really go into details in that, but imagine that we have a system that we call the acceleration platform, and you will have a very good glimpse of that in the next presentations. And also you will see today a small part of the network analysis platform that we have. Have in mind that a new MOOC is coming later in the year, and also we have other tools for you. This is a few of our things that we're working on for this year. So, as I said, this is a perpetual call. It will be on for 2022, will be on for 2023. And this is what this first presentation, my colleagues from University of Twente and University of La Sapienza, we talked to you about. This call that we always do for you to either join as entities or to join as individuals. So it's not a big problem if you were not there when we made the proposal of this project. That was 1 year ago and more. But now you can join. Maybe you will not get a direct financing from us, but imagine that sometimes money is not the most important thing when you see what we have to offer. And then today we're working, all of us, we're working towards this competition that is already launched and will be presented. And we have also a summer school. So these are the 4 things that we can do together, let's say 2022. Okay, maybe you will learn this, you will hear about this number again and again. The idea is that through the competition, because this is the best way to distribute money in a credible way, meaning you have to go through several screening mechanisms, through several judges and in several steps. But if you make it to the end, you have the chance with us to make your idea come true. Meaning we will, we will show you today, we have the possibility through the platform of Prometheus to tell us what you need in your project, in your idea, what you need to make it come true. Because the project, as a project Prometheus, we want to make this difference in the world. So up to now, you go to a competition, you get a prize, then you go holidays with this prize. No, here, from the beginning, you will tell us what is the status you are, what do you want to do, and how much money you want, if it's money. Sometimes it's not even money, it's something else. But if it's money, we are here for you. And if you are, of course, as we said, distinguished in the process. So we can give the whole amount in one company, if it is the company of the future, you know. And have in mind that we just started collecting seed financing. There are several business angels around us in our ecosystem, and we need to bring even more. And we think this amount by the end of the competition will grow substantially higher. Now, I think you had enough of English from a Greek guy. Now, let's listen to some English from a Dutch guy. And this will be my beloved colleague and friend, Sjeerd de Vries.
Well, it's not even a Dutch guy, but it's a Frisian guy. So that's the northern part of the Netherlands. So normaal, wanneer ik aan het praten ben, dan is het een Frieske taal. En dan heb ik in het Nederlands, ik heb het er net al te vol van verstaan. Maar natuurlijk kunnen we ook wel Nederlands spreken. En dat is dan direct een heel andere taal. But in most cases, indeed, then English is preferred. So in this case, we will...
Sure. Would you like me to stop sharing my screen and you share yours?
That is, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you can do it.
So you have full control.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Then I have to change this one also. And then I have to go to here and then share my screen. So I hope it works for all of you. And
yes.
So my name is Sjeerd de Vries, and I am indeed from the University of Twente. We are partnering in the PROMETHEUS network or PROMETHEUS ecosystem. We have various names for this, and we are trying to see how we can build a network that really supports the development of the impact of universities also in the various regions that are participating with us. And so one of the ways that we think that we can try to have more impact as a university is to cooperate, and to cooperate. So what we try to do in PROMETHEUS is to build networks also in a region, but also between regions that can support businesses and institutes and NGOs to in their own development, as you might say, to see if we can support the development of, for instance, circular economy in specific in the regions in which we are involved. So we are trying to build networks based on higher education institutes that have impact. So how can we as university have more impact? That's more or less one of our basic questions. And of course, then one question is, what can you expect from us? What can you expect? Well, what we try to do is to try to set up all kind of various activities that we think make sense for instance, for businesses. And we consider ourselves as a hub to the EIT networks, and maybe you are not familiar with these, but this is these are the major networks in Europe trying to support entrepreneurship and innovativeness, and to other EU networks. One of the tools we have, this is a network tool that is hopefully supporting us in trying to understand how a network like ours grows, how we can make use of it, and how we can use a network like ours to have impact in, for instance, the region of Samos or the region of Twente, in which the origin, of course, of my university. So this is just an example. This is not our full network, it's just an example of the network. What you see here are a number of associated partners in our network. And you can, if you are a member of our network as an associated partner, for instance, you can see who are all related already with the various partners in our network. You can see, of course, what type they are, and you can also see already how they are related to each other. For instance, involved in joint projects, or if a certain situation is responsible, for instance, for mentoring activities. And you can move from one partner to another, and if you go to a partner, you will have more detailed information about who are they, what is their website, and what is their contact person in our network. What we try to do, of course, is to see then if we are able to monitor also the development of our network, and also to see how we can, for instance, strengthen typical positions of our partners in this network. So if you are the city of Skopje, you can see quite easily that you are already involved in various partners based, in this case, on joint projects. And you can also see then immediately what are the partners of the ones that you are already involved in. And if you then consider yourself as an organization really willing to to meet then other partners in other network, the tooling like this gives you already the opportunity to go into the network to find new relationships and see how you can contribute to, in this case, the Prometheus network. So this is one of the tooling. This is just one example of the services that we offer. Other services that we offer based on a tooling like this is, for instance, to see how you as a university, for instance, or a venture capital might even strengthen your position in a network like ours. So this is one of the examples of the tools that we have in our network that hopefully might contribute to also, if you become an associated partner, for instance, of the Prometheus network, how we can strengthen your position in this and how we can try to see how we can increase the impact that you have or that we have as universities in your organizations. The basis of what we do is the EU arena. There are many EU networks, all kind of funding opportunities, but also a wide range of knowledge is available, of course, but it's very, very, very difficult to get into it, to find, for instance, info, to find documents, to know what is going on, to know who is involved in what network. So what we try to do is to make use of the knowledge triangle. We are the higher education institutes, but there are also already businesses involved and other research and technology organizations to see how we can really build knowledge together in order to serve your innovation and entrepreneurship. And for instance, on the right side, I just put an example of some advantages that you might get if you're going to participate with us. That is that if you enter our network, we have contacts with most of the KICs in a way that we can try to see how you can get value by supporting, by participating also in the EIT KICs. Of course, it's not just that we ask you how we can help you, but we, of course, also have our offerings. But this is just a range of examples that we have of all kinds of activities that we already try to set up in order to add value, to have impact together with our associated partners also. And here are just examples of all kinds of activities. Also the goals, of course, that we have with this. We think that if organizations are willing to participate in a network like Prometheus, that they really have access to a wide range of researchers, wide range of students, but also to a wide range of networks that might enable them to increase, in this case, their own innovation and impact. The last two slides that I want to show you, it is too detailed. It's impossible for you to read it, but just to give you an idea what is going on. If you have not heard of the EIT KICs yet, it could be an idea to go to the internet, of course, after all these sessions, but then hopefully you have some time still left to look into what EITs are, because the basic goal behind the EIT KICs, a lot of money is being put in them based on the taxes we pay all together in the EU, is that they want to serve innovativeness and entrepreneurship in enterprises and NGOs and other organizations. And what we have, one of the activities that we did is that we try to analyze what are they doing? How can we get value out of this? And how can we see, how can we give you all kind of information and data about what is going in these KICs and how can it be impactful or valuable for your organization. So we know quite well what is going on in networks like the EIT KICs and how you might get also involved in project fundings, for instance, that could maybe drive your innovation and entrepreneurship. This is just again the Prometheus network offerings and opportunities, just an overview, and hopefully in the next months we will well, if you are already not yet involved as an associate partner or as a partner in our network, please join, and you're entering, you might say, a group of people that really want to drive forward based on our mission, the circular economy, the sustainability, the energy transition based on digital transformation. So what is possible by making use of all kinds of digital platforms and digital technologies. So we are in the heart of what we call the EU, because that's green and digital. If you look at what Horizon Europe, for instance, consists of, Horizon Europe is the research and innovation program of the EU. The two magic words that we in most cases use are green and digital, and we are in the heart of the two words. And so our question is, as universities, how can we be supportive to also enterprises and other organizations? And then part of the answer is by hopefully these kind of activities, but maybe the most important thing is to have more personal relationships with all of you. So join us, sign our memorandum of understanding, join our network, see how you can make use of us. And of course, that's our hidden agenda. We try to make use of you, because you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of insights, you do have professionals. So we have all kinds of ways that we try to get you involved in our network and to see how we can make it really successful. I had 15 minutes. Claudio is taking care of all the questions and answers afterwards. So in this case, I think we can move on to Francesco Bellini.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you, Sjord. Thank you, everybody. Perfect. I'm going to share my screen now. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I'm Francesco Bellini from University of Rome. Happy to be here with you and introduce some of the way of collaborating with Prometheus. So who can be, let's say, a partner who can collaborate with Prometheus? Basically, really at large, every entity that is can be a university, so a high education institution, a public body, an industry, a non-governmental organization, as well as, let's say, private or semi-private organizations such as incubators, startup spin-off, and of course, the individuals. So how all these kind of subjects can enter in touch with Prometheus? Of course, you can find all the information, the entire information on our official website, that is HEI-prometheus.eu. And basically, there are two entry points. The entry points are the one for what we call for mentors. For us, mentors are also experts and business angels. So all the individuals can access from this entry point. Otherwise, entities can play as associated partners. And you have already seen in the slides that were projected before from Yannis that there are specific templates to be filled, a memorandum of understanding for being an associated partner. But we will see it again. So do you want to become a mentor? You can go in the specific page of our platform, where in the acceleration platform of the Prometheus project, and you can register, opening your own profile that you can fill with your job position and the information related to your, let's say, professionality, and including, for example, the LinkedIn profile. This information is useful for us in order to, let's say, match your skills with the subjects that need your support as a mentor. And as a mentor, you can also post business ideas, business needs, and social actions. And the platform will make a matchmaking with let's say the demand and the offer, and will allow you to accompany your ideas and accompany companies and startups in developing these ideas. Of course, entities can become associated partners. We work on the open door principle, so we want to enlarge as much as possible our network. The associated partners don't have an allocated budget, a direct budget, but can have access indirectly to other source of funding, and this will happen through the signature of the memorandum of understanding that will allow to enter in our ecosystem and to enter in a number of cooperation opportunities with PROMETHEUS partners. Basically, we talk about student internships, mentoring, as I said before, exchange of academic staff, work together in co-supervision of PhD students, of course, student mobility, and also the development of common research and innovation activities, as well as the access to our knowledge base, to the research material, to the publication, and other information. And let's say PROMETHEUS is an ecosystem of ecosystems, because in each of the university that are a partner of PROMETHEUS, there are ecosystems in innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystems that are under development. So basically, is a kind of a umbrella organization that allow you to enter in this ecosystems. Of course, other benefits are the usage of the PROMETHEUS Associate Partner logo, the usage of our platform and tools that already Yannis mentioned before, and let's say the possibility to adopt our innovation and entrepreneurship methodologies by also joining our initiatives and events. We are also working a lot on our dissemination channels, so the other benefit for the associated partners can be also the high visibility of their initiatives. I've completed my presentation, and now I leave the floor for question and answers.
Okay, you may raise your hand. This is easy. You go to the reactions and you raise your hand so that we see hands raised from the ones that would like to make a question. Claudio.
Yes, I'm here. So hello to everyone. I am the guy, but this guy is a partner in PROMETHEUS, and I'm here to help you with the questions. So from the big pool of participants.
Claudio, I have a question from someone that is not properly equipped with a microphone, and he sent me personally to ask you. But I surely I would like to have you all, the newcomers, take the floor. But I will make a question first from someone who is here but cannot share the floor. That says we are a higher education institute, a university. Okay, so the question is, okay, we become associated partners. And then how does it work for universities? What can we do together as a university when we join the Prometheus network?
Yeah, this is a very good question. Actually, this was a question that I wanted to ask you, but I can answer to this. Entering in the Prometheus ecosystem, you have the main benefit. You become part of a really, really big network, and not only big, but very live network. So you will have not only the chance to participate in competitions which are handled by Prometheus. You will not have only the capacity to work with the IT. You have the big chance to become part and get in contact with one of the biggest higher institutions, research institutes from the continent.
Yeah, if you allow me, I would add to this answer that you know, we are like an easy organization here. By becoming a member of as a university, you get certain immediate facilities. So facility number one, as you saw, we are like 100 partners already, universities, companies. So the idea is that when you become a partner, first, you can start working together with other universities in joint lessons. So what do we do here in the core consortium in the last months? We have, for example, a lesson somewhere in our department about entrepreneurship, and we teach our students. So the first thing you can do is you can enlarge your offering to your students by saying, tomorrow in the lesson, it's not going to be me, but you get an invited lecture by someone of the Prometheus consortium. So we give you access, and then you have the possibility to pick and choose and say, I would like someone from this company maybe, or from this organization, or from this university to have a joint lecture. This is one first thing. The second thing we do already through the network is we can have students working on new business ideas and declaring these ideas to the Prometheus systems. So you saw we already have like 200 business ideas from students through collaborating universities that work in the same system. So we are starting this. It's a very difficult thing, but the idea is that you might have parts of teams with your students working together with students from Twente, from Aegean, from Kyrillos and Methodios University. So you can enlarge your offering to your students through this. Of course, we have the competition, and then you are very close there. And the last thing I would like to say, one of the three, because Short presented us with a lot before, and Francesco, the last thing that you can do is that, you know, we are working together with EIT in many initiatives. So when we develop new proposals, this is the place for associated partners to enter. You might come with your idea and say, you know, I have this idea, but I cannot gather a full consortium. Prometheus network is here for this. As it is in the area, if this new project will be in the area of entrepreneurship, it's easy to do things like that with us. So this can be three things we can do together if you are a university. Common lessons, common student teams on entrepreneurship ideas, and then maybe also some common proposals that we will bring a new functionality. Okay.
Thank you.
And new funding.
We have a raised hand from Ali.
Hello.
Yes.
May you hear me?
Yes, very good.
Yes. Myself, Mohsin Ali, and currently I'm registered with University of Aegean, Department of Information Communication and System Engineering. And my question is, I am from Pakistan, and we are not belong to Europe continent, and how a company, an expert from non-European country like Pakistan become a member of Prometheus network? This was the question.
From our point of view, it's no problem that a company from outside Europe can participate in Prometheus ecosystem. Actually, it's increasing the Prometheus ecosystem in the good way. So step by step, we will become global. But the good thing, and coming to add some things to what Yannis said, the good thing is that exchanges between universities will extend outside Europe. And there are a lot of very, very good universities and very, very good higher education institutions outside Europe too. So this is the good direction, that it's no problem to, and it's our pleasure to welcome partners from outside Europe.
Yeah, maybe to add to Claudio Motonali, it would be maybe a great idea indeed to see if, for instance, if you could start also a local ecosystem, for instance, in your home region in Pakistan, and then join as a region. If you have 4 or 5 partners, including a university in your situation in Pakistan, for instance, that would be great. So in that case, it's not that an entity could become an associated partner, but maybe you might have the opportunity to see if you can start to connect another region to the Prometheus network. That would really be an advantage. If you could realize something like this, we would really welcome that.
We have another, thank you, Short. We have another raised hand from Dr. Paris.
Hi, Paris, yeah.
Paris. Okay. Hello.
Thank you very much for having us. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Yannis, that we are the newest associate member of Prometheus Network. So thank you very much for the honor and the privilege you have to join your ranks. And we're coming from the Metropolitan College in Greece. We're a college of private higher education institution in partnership with universities mainly from the UK. I think we're partnering with 4 or 5 currently universities in the UK in various areas, from business, which I'm the dean of the business school, to health, shipping, psychology, etc., etc. As a school, as a college, as a faculty, let's say, we're very keen in moving ahead in our endeavors in the business entrepreneurship elements, and Prometheus is a very good stepping stone for us in order to enter these networks and be able to offer, let's say, to our students, because we're mainly a student-oriented college, the opportunity to realize their ideas. In that way, we're planning to engage our students in, first of all, when the competitions Prometheus is running, the competition about the business plan for the startup. And for that, we're going to integrate that on our modules, on our teaching modules in the undergraduate level. So our students have the opportunity to present their actual ideas on the Prometheus competition. And hopefully, we're very keen and very optimistic on that, possibly win a trophy at the end. We will try, and we know the competition will be very tough, but as a newcomers, perhaps we can surprise you. That will be the first step. Our ultimate goal is to be able to have an incubator sort of thing. So your experience will be very useful for us. We're aiming to have our boot camps together, where students can benefit from mentors from all these great network institutions throughout Europe. And the final aim is to have perhaps the next unicorn. I don't know, that would be very nice, but let's aim high and see where it takes us. Thank you very much for the opportunity. This is our first, let's say, contact with your institution and your network, and we're very optimistic and very willing to do things with all of you. Thank you very much, and particularly Yanis, he's the only one that I've met in person, and hopefully we're going to meet everybody in person very, very soon. Thank you very much again. Yes,
Thank you, Pari. Yes, this is maybe you're not the last partner, because we have another one signing from Italy.
It's okay.
But certainly you are among the latest. So this is a very good opportunity to tell you what we are discussing with Mediterranean College. It's a large college in Athens, and we're talking about many, many thousands of students. And we are discussing, and this came also from the Mediterranean College, the idea and the opportunity to do, as we do now, a summer school in Samos, to do a winter school of entrepreneurship next year, probably during the break in winter, the skiing break in February, and have that in the premises of Mediterranean College in Athens. So you see, we came together, we share the same ideas, and then it will be a very good also for the publicity and for all the people that will come in and out of this university. And imagine also the offerings to the students, how the students react when they have this internationalization possibility. So let's hope that we will be able to design this and have this in the premises and with the participation of an associated partner and not one of the core partners of the consortium. Thank you, Pari.
Thank you very much. So, is anyone who has some other questions?
Okay, if not, we can proceed. It's not so likely to be before in time. Usually everybody goes late, so we run early.
Actually, Yanis, I have a question for you. I was preparing part of the question, and actually it's for you and for sure. Part of the question is already answered, but it's a very interesting approach. So how Prometheus is extending the Prometheus network or ecosystem? So how Prometheus it's extending the ecosystem. You have part of the answer because of our colleague earlier, that we can extend it outside Europe.
Yeah, you see, as Jörg presented, and as also Francesco said, it's an easy thing. Maybe you come from another place of the world. Maybe you are, any kind of organization that shares the same vision that we need to change the way entrepreneurship is practiced in universities. And this early incubation that we do, it's easy. You enter our website, Hey Prometheus. If you write Prometheus entrepreneurship, we come first in Google now, thanks to the work of Panayotis and the dissemination team. So you enter the site, and then in the website, you see all these that we presented, and you apply for signing an MOU. It's as simple as that. I mean, up to now, we have not declared, we have not said no to anyone for the moment. Okay, so, every type of organization might have an interest. But of course, just becoming an associated partner does not mean much. You are a member of the network, you will get the news, you will get our calls, you will get our ideas. But as you saw with Metropolitan, thank you, Pari. With Metropolitan College now, which is outside the network, immediately we started designing new things. So it's better to come and also have an idea. This is much better, because then we can work together around your idea maybe. And you know that it's not about the funding. Maybe there are organizations that have a lot of funding, but they don't have this kind of company to work together. So here you will find 3 universities, another 20 industries, members of the public sector, and the short.
Yeah, maybe we can always add some more sentences to it, of course. But there are many compatible developments in the EU, and in most cases they are indeed trying to answer this question: how can you, for instance, increase the network? But maybe the most important question is, how can we increase the value of the network? So how can we develop our services as a group of universities and research institutes in such a way that they are really considered as valuable also for businesses? And I think that we are currently in sessions with the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, EITs, and this question has been asked several times in the past few days. And in each case, I think that the answer is in adding value to the enterprises. And I think especially for SMEs, I think this can be extremely valuable, because as soon as we have an SME as an associated partner with a specific business challenge, then universities are really equipped, because they are involved in various networks. They have a huge range of labs, they have a huge range of research groups more or less available that might be interested in a typical business challenge. So we can add other partners to a specific challenge and then see how we can organize power, also manpower, to work on such a business challenge. So if you are an SME, if you want to innovate, if you want to grow, I think to become engaged with a group of universities, as an example, in a Prometheus network, I really think that it will become an advantage, because that's our mission. How can we add value to SMEs in driving their innovation and entrepreneurship? So, and if we are on that mission, if an SME has a specific business challenge, then we have two opportunities: asking for a business challenge, being able to work on a challenge like this. That, I would say, is an offer that can't be refused.
Thank you, Short. A really nice said. So as Yanis said earlier, I think we can move to the next presentation.
We had a hand from Panagiotis.
Crowd policy, yeah.
Just to comment on the expansion of the network. First, it came with some new proposals on Horizon calls, meaning, judging from the call text, we took the opportunity to expand to new industries and also new kinds of partnership with venture capitals, which also came into Prometheus, and also vocational training providers, and in some cases secondary education schools. So that's kind of another driver for us. But most importantly, we have achieved to use systems to base our methodology on. So it's not an event, it's not a consultation, it's a platform, it's a system that stays there permanently and is utilized in order to bring together the industry, the academia, and all the key stakeholders of the knowledge triangle. We had that discussion today with EIP, and it is important to have a permanent solution for that, this kind of communication. Thank you.
Thank you, Panagiotis. So I guess we can continue with the second section, and I can share my screen. Can you see it? Perfect.
Yes, we can.
So, thank you. For those who just came, I'm Zoila Hanna. I'm a PhD student at the University of the Aegean and the project manager of the Prometheus project. I'm going to present you all the aspects of the Prometheus Startup Competition 2022. Now, what we aim to achieve through this competition is, in a few words, to embrace early stage business ideas and help them to scale into businesses. Of course, we're talking about fields around digital transformation, the sustainable development. These are the goals actually of the Prometheus project itself. Now, the competition consists of 7 thematic areas, 3 participating tracks, and 3 stages of implementation. I will present you all these aspects in my next slides. Thematic areas, yeah. We have 7 thematic areas: digital transformation, circular economy, smart manufacturing, environmental protection, bioeconomy, climate change, and sustainable development. Now, in a few words, what we are looking are ideas that solving issues around these areas, and of course you will think that an idea can fit in, and this is true actually, can fit in more than one of these thematic areas, but you can link your idea only to one thematic area. So try to think of the area that fits the most in your idea. I would also like to inform you that I have included some examples here in this slide, but you can find more examples to our website. Panagiotis Kinalis will go through it later. Now, moving to the participating tracks and the stages of implementation, we have 3 tracks. Track A refers to students of a university program of study. You can submit, this was a question we had before in the chat. You can submit individually or in teams. We prefer teams of 3 to 4 people. You can find actually other students or individuals inside our platform. Of course, you can fit to this track if the majority of the members of your team have the above quality. Now, we have the second track, track B, which refers to already operating research teams that will propose business ideas with already existing results and for commercial exploitation. And finally, we have track C, which are individuals or citizens generally that do not fit in the tracks A or B and want to submit their business idea. Now, we have a rule here. Each one of you can participate only in a maximum of 2 proposals / teams, meaning each proposal refers to a team and the opposite. Now, moving to the stages, we have 3 stages of implementations. The first stage is running right now, the submission of initial ideas. This is a too easy process. I will go through it in my next slide. The second stage is the submission of business plan. During the second stage, you will get mentoring. PROMETHEUS will mobilize a network of 100 high caliber experts in the field. We will find them. You will be fit to a mentor based on your thematic area, on your idea, and of course the expertise of the mentor. And finally, we have the third stage, which is the final presentation of the teams and the best ideas and the award ceremony.
So if you want an interaction, if you allow an interaction, Zoe,
yeah.
If you go to your slide back, here, have in mind to give you some numbers, because some people already ask how hard it can be. Okay, stage 1 will get maybe a few hundred ideas. We will not proceed in stage 2 with more than 50 or 60 of them. So imagine that it will be a cutoff rate of about maybe 30 to 40%, provided that the ideas are of substantial value, of course. And then in the final stage, then these 60, these 50 will develop full business plans. And this will be the second task. So from this stage to the third stage, you have to be among the best. So we will select usually up to 12 ideas for the final presentation, and then the award of the various things that Zoe will present to you. Okay, thanks, Zoe.
No, the submission steps during the first phase, it is really an easy apply. You need to find the image and prepare a short and clear description of your business idea. The second and third points here are we propose them actually because we have seen them helping you. You need to attend dedicated innovation and entrepreneurship workshops, or let's say events on this topic, on the entrepreneurship topic. And of course, this will help you to adjust your idea based on these workshops, events, etc. Finally, you will go through the submission of the initial description of your idea, and of course, the submission will be done in our platform, the PROMETHEUS Entrepreneurship Acceleration Platform. Now, we have the second phase. The deadline for the first phase is the 31st of July, and then we start the second phase with a deadline of 1st of November. During the second phase, as I told you, you will receive mentoring. You will go through a mentoring process. There will be their experts who will help you to prepare to get your idea better. They will help you to prepare and implement a complete business plan that you are going to submit it for the second phase. And finally, we have the award ceremony with the finalists who will present their ideas, and the best of them will win our benefits and awards. Here you see 7 benefits and awards. First of all of the teams will get publicity through our infrastructure, our digital tools. They will be disseminated through all our networks. Then we have the mentoring. As I told you, you will contact high caliber experts that can help you. Finally, we have the seed financing monetary prizes. As Professor Charalapidis told you, PROMETHEUS will distribute at least 25,000 euros to the best business ideas. That will be, this financing actually is ranking from 1,000 to 10,000 per idea. We have the exploitation of direct market opportunities. Now, inside the platform, organizations that are part to our ecosystem can actually declare their needs, and there you can use these needs as angels for your ideas, let's say.
Yeah, this is important. It's also mentioned by Stuart before, the so-called challenges. Have in mind, if you have no idea, there are people that say, okay, I like all these, but I don't have any idea. So how can I develop an idea? The best way is you enter the platform, you enlist first, and we will show you in the next presentation how. And then you can just browse in the challenges that are declared by organizations. This is a very important step within PROMETHEUS, because you see, we have this network, we manage this network, and then we squeeze this network from time to time to come up with challenges. So we have a company which is, for example, a hotel, working somewhere in the Aegean Sea or elsewhere. And then these guys say, it would be nice to have a company next to me providing me, for example, with very specialized digital marketing services. So then you can look at what people want and try to think around these challenges to build your own idea. We have others that say, I have a company, it's a manufacturing, I would like it to become greener. So these are concrete examples we already have within the system. So if you know something about the manufacturing of wood, for example, there are declared challenges for you. So even if you do not have an idea, you go into the system, into the platform that Panayotis will show you, and you will be able to find what other people need. And of course, if you know nothing, you come to the summer school, which is another issue. And then there you will connect with other people. Zoe, thank you. Sorry.
No problem. Then we have the roadshow of latter stage startups to our team and of venture capital and angel investors. This is something again that refers to our platform and ecosystem. We have already included venture capitals and the angel investors who are watching in the means of reading your ideas and want to and will be able to support you if you attract them, if it is attractive, innovative, etc. We have a utilization of 8 community programs and tools. We are talking about summer schools and tools such as the Agora and the digitalized test beds and scholarship that will be announced during the competitions. This scholarship will be offered by the consortium case or by the supporters of the Prometheus project. Now, before I won't give the floor to Panagiotis Kelalis because I had a personal question. I want to inform you that we will upload this presentation, all the presentations, to our website, so you can read more and find whatever you want in this presentation as well. Thank you, Panagiotis.
Thank you. We will also, later on, we will share the info day on the recording of the info day on YouTube for anyone to be able to revisit.
Sorry, Panagiotis, I have a question in the chat. Sorry to interrupt you. I know we have a section and the last section is the Q&A. But yes, you can take part if you are already a company.
Okay, this question we will answer properly in the Q&A.
Yeah.
Later.
So can I share my screen? So I guess you can see my screen and hear me.
Yes.
How to access the business entrepreneurship acceleration platform through our landing page. We go to knowledge base and tools, where we have all the digital tools of the project, including the knowledge base tool to check on updates. But most importantly, and that's the main road to enter the competition, our acceleration platform. We have a dedicated page for the international startup competition, where you can find all the information we presented to you, all the participating tracks, the prizes and awards. On the acceleration platform, you can find our startups, all business ideas already uploaded on the platform. After you submit your own, you will see it here. The mentors, and also sponsors and supporters and incubators that will further support both the competition and the teams with extra funding, publicity, and so on. On the business needs, we were talking just before, existing businesses or public organizations can submit their needs, what they want to be resolved, and so that teams will treat it as a new challenge to address. And also you can revisit the knowledge base and tools, the project news, and so on. Let's focus on how to upload your business idea. I will keep the registration part because it's quite trivial. I'm already logged in. You will have to provide some information on your name, university, a short bio, a golden paragraph, if you are familiar with the term. I will show it later. And let's go to how to upload your business idea through the platform. There are 4 steps, actually. As we said before, it's quite straightforward, at least at this stage. You have to provide a title to your idea, up to 50 characters. What we suggest is providing a short acronym or a short name and something descriptive of your idea. For example, Icarus, Internet of Things through drones, to give every visitor of the platform or even the mentors and supporters a very brief but consistent idea of what you are about to work on. You can choose to submit the idea in the competition or even not. It could be uploaded at any time in the future. If you choose the competition, you can choose from a drop-down the Prometheus International Competition. This is a platform that will host any future competition. That's why there is a drop-down. as I said before, you have to choose the thematic area which is the most relevant. Your idea might tackle circular economy and digital transformation at the same time. The one that is the predominant one of what your idea does has to be chosen here in order to be categorized later. Let's choose digital transformation for our case. Then you have to choose which category your team goes by better. So you can choose if you are students of a university, don't mind the European, we said the competition is international, we'll go on with this. You can be a research group or members of the community of a European, of an international university, or simply citizens trying to resolve something on the thematic areas of Prometheus, meaning digital transformation, bioeconomy, circular economy, and so on. Answering to a question we had before, you can be an individual, even one person can submit their idea. If there are more persons, you come here and they don't have to also register. You can submit their information, meaning their name, surname, city of residence, also as a third person short bio in the form of a golden paragraph. So you can complete your team here. Coming to the second step, to provide some more detail. Here is the part where you describe your idea, and by description we mean the offering. What is your main product or service that you are offering to the market? The need that your idea meets, you have to explain, and this is also wanted in all European funding schemes, in Horizon, in LIFE program. You have to address the need, what caused you to develop your solution, what is the problem in Europe, what is the problem in the Mediterranean or abroad. The market you want your idea to be working on. If you are solving a problem and you want to expand in Europe or internationally, or if it's more regional, you have to address what the market is. And the main revenue generation mechanism. For example, you might have something that does not generate revenue. It's a social cause, it's something else, but you have to you have to analyze the viability of it, the customers, and how you will get your idea to work for you and make money, or just receive funding to be functional. The experience of the team is very crucial in anything you submit, even if you address venture capital, an EIT funding project, or anything. You have to explain what is the team and what is the complementarity between the members, the unique features that you think your ideas have, what is the magic actually, what makes you stand out from the crowd, from other relevant applications or products that are out there in the market. You have to
if you'll allow a short intervention here, on the issue of the revenue, you made an important point. Some people, also many students sometimes ask me about this, but they say, does it always have to be some profit? We are a social enterprise. Look, profit is not the same as revenue. So yes, you can very well declare a business idea that is not for profit. But let's be honest, there is no business idea without some sort of revenue. Without some sort of revenue, you're not sustainable. So you might not be a profitable business if you do not want to be a profitable business, but you must have a kind of revenue, for sure. And also have in mind that as the competition expands and goes on, so we have already, since the first cut-off date, the 31st of July, we have almost 2 months. It can be that we will ask you to declare more things in this idea description, because you see, the supporters of the competition sometimes they sponsor specific awards. For example, what we used to have in Greece as Aegean startups as a Greek competition, this year will be embedded within the PROMETHEUS competition. But it can be that to play for the special award of Aegean startups that can give you up to 5,000, for example, you have to have some relation with the Aegean Sea. This is a topic, an area specific challenge. We might have Coca-Cola, for example, saying, I want a specific thing about sustainability in plastics. So imagine that when you really declare your idea, this section here might be a little bit different as time goes by. And as we gather more interesting sponsors that enlarge the amount of 25,000, but also come with their unique needs. This will follow, and of course it will be clearly announced in the competition page, and it will show up here. Thank you, Panayoti.
Thank you. It's also crucial for all the participants to learn how to handle their texts within the limitations, because it's something we have to work with in all funding processes for Horizon EIT. It's very important to know how to describe it in very few words what your business idea will do. You have to be precise in a very short period of time or text. Then you come to the technologies. You can tag more than one that come and play into your business idea: 3D printing, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, data analytics, innovative hardware or software. You can choose how many actually work on your business idea. That's something. One more important field is what your product or service, where it applies, if it's a business-to-business service or product, or if it's a business-to-customer product. There are other categories. For example, if you provide a service to the public, if it's a social service. So you can choose whatever applies to your business idea. And also the field, which is different from the targeting, meaning the digital transformation. It's different from the thematic. It's the industry it applies to, the business brands it applies to, meaning the cities, tourism, informatics, and so on. Here we are answering another question from the chat. What happens if the company has been established? You can choose here if you already have a VAT, if you have been registered officially. So if we choose yes within this field, we have to declare the company name and the company VAT number or whatever registration you have. Some countries might not have a VAT number. You might have a business registry number. Whatever is official and can help us recognize the business is there. It's actually established. And one more important metric is if your business has already generated revenue. If it does, we need the amount for the last 12 months to see if it's already successful, depending on the category in the business field it is in. Where will the business idea this stands for not established, because we have to know where you aim to apply and where you aim to establish your business. Again, it has to do with thematic prizes and example for the Aegean, for Greece, for Romania, for wherever you need to apply this. We need to know if there is a relevant website. Even not established startups sometimes have a Facebook page. They have a website describing their idea. If there is something like that, it would be something to provide us with an easy image of what we are working on. We also need to know if the idea has been submitted to another competition. It's not yes or no. It's not a non-off criteria, but we need to know to see if your idea has been successful, for example. So if it's a yes, we need the title and the year of the competition. We will ask for some more information here. For example, if you had submitted an idea, were you a winner, were you a finalist in any kind of competition?
Panayoti, let me say a word here, why we ask so many questions and what is the meaning of all this. Look, because there was the question and we need to be very clear on that. So there is someone saying, is it okay if I'm an established company? The answer is yes, you are okay. This is why we want this information from you. And if you are an established company, you better declare as everything, because if we find out that you are a company and you have not submitted this information, then you are automatically taken out of the competition. Because you see, the issue is that this competition is about early entrepreneurs mainly. But nevertheless, there are companies in various stages that are very, very interesting for us, and we could add to their vision and their, but the issue is the more progressed you are, the more you must show. So if it's a very early idea from a bunch of students, we will judge it in a little bit more lenient way. If you are a company already operating for 5 years and you generate already a few 100,000 of revenue, as you imagine, we will put you in a little bit of different stage. We will be a little bit more demanding from you. That is the point here, because we don't want to leave anyone behind and we don't want to leave anyone outside. But the more you have already put as effort, makes you be judged a little bit more severely, let's say, more analytically. This is the point here. So it has happened, and this is also the point with existing research groups that have already 10 people, they have a project together and they do something. We judge this in a separate category even. So nobody is expelled, nobody is taken out of the competition, but the more you have worked, maybe you have already won a competition, this makes us a little bit more demanding. Okay.
Thank you. You also have the choice to upload any photos. This could be from a previous, it could be an image of your product if it's a product. It could be an image of screenshots of your website if it's a platform or if it's a digital application. Or we wish most of you have it, a YouTube link to check a video of a pilot of a demonstration of your service or product. And we go to the next step. We will also answer some questions we saw before on the chat. Here you can declare what you need as a startup, as a team entering the competition, and this could be collaboration. You could ask for a new member in your team. You could be developers asking for a marketeer, asking for another kind of expertise within your project. You might want an accountant. You might want someone in the legal with the legal expertise. So you can declare that you want a new member, and you can see from the examples, you might ask for a designer, for an engineer, anything that you specifically want with the example. You might need in-kind support, meaning a sponsorship or a material. You might need a laptop, let's say. Just an example of anything you could ask for. In terms of mentoring, there will be mentoring by default, but you could ask for a specific kind of needs you want to address during the mentoring sessions. You might need an investor to support the idea. It would be ideal to have a plan. For example, we need 5,000 to have to kickstart our idea, something very specific to address with the finding you are looking for. Collaboration in setting up the business, promotion. This could work through the PROMETHEUS dissemination channels also, but also from the sponsors and the wider network we described before. Legal or accounting assistant to establish the business, and also help finding customers. Here is what we talked about before through the network shared, and Francesco described many things before, through the EIT channels, through large umbrella organizations and technology and innovation communities, which will utilize not only for the project, but also for the participants of the competition. And here you have a free text to describe, to analyze the type of needs you have also already declared. Quite crucial is to describe the benefits of the people that will help you. For example, the partner could become a member of the team and own part of the idea. It's up to you to declare how you will, let's say, reward the ones helping you. And you can keep in mind that you can declare more than one need. For example, you can ask for collaboration, a new member, and separately ask for a specific kind of mentoring. So feel free to explore and describe as much needs as your project actually needs. So this is the needs section, and we go to the last, but not least, because it's very relevant to the whole thematic and the whole mentality of the Prometheus project. Here you can declare how your business idea matches to the sustainable development goals. For whoever is not familiar, you can find the sustainable development goals here, the whole initiative and what is the purpose of these goals. And what you can do is choose the ones your business idea kind of resolves. You can choose more than one, and add a little text to describe how your idea tackles poverty, ensures health, good health and well-being, gender equality. So feel free to also explore, check how the sustainable development goals work and what is the purpose, and some examples from the OECD website. And that's about how we conclude the submission of the idea. These simply 4 steps. The one that needs more attention is the second, because here you actually describe the very core of your idea, but also feel free to utilize as much as you can the business needs, what you need to make your idea work and to have it established as even as a venture eventually. So that's it from me on the submission through the platform. I will leave my sharing on if someone wants to ask something, and live on the web page. I will come back later for that.
So I think we can continue to the summer school, and after we have another Q&A session. So let me share the screen. So hi everyone, I'm Yannis Latinis. I'm one of the newest members of the Prometheus team and research associate of the University of the Aegean. And today I'm going to present to you the 10th International Summer School on Digital Innovation and Startup Entrepreneurship. Let's say, in other words, EBIS 2022. So our summer school designed along the University Berkeley method of entrepreneurship, and it works as a startup bootcamp. So within 1 week or so, summer school participants will grow their business ideas in an international environment and collaborating with other teams and other business ideas as well. Our summer school is organized by the University of the Aegean in conjunction with the Prometheus team. and it will take place on the beautiful island of Samos in Greece. The specific dates are 11th to 16th July 2022. And all our main topics, as you see in the presentation, are based on digital innovation and startup entrepreneurship, and with respect to circular economy and sustainability. Let's say some things about the participants' benefits from the summer school. EBS 2022 is targeting participants for all ages who want to improve their skills and be informed about the state-of-the-art practices around startup entrepreneurship. Participants will be able to meet professionals willing to share their knowledge and experience, and also learn to work in teams, develop their pitch decks around their business idea, and getting real-time mentoring from our experienced team of mentors. Finally, they can learn through competing daily with other teams, as I said before, and other business ideas. So after the successful completion of the course, which is around 5 days or 1 week of lectures, and the completion of an essay for a digital startup, all participants will receive a certification for 3 CTS points. And all ideas that will be developed during the summer school will be accepted in our competition, the PROMETHEUS 2022 Startup Competition. Of course, the first and the best, as I can say, 3 teams or proposals from the summer school will be selected and advertised by our PROMETHEUS project and network. So let's say some things about Samos. Samos, as some of you may know, is a Greek island. Is in the Eastern Aegean Sea, and it's a regional unit of the North Aegean region. In ancient times, Samos was an especially rich and powerful city-state, and particularly known for its vineyards and wine production. As it is for now, Samian wine is still produced, and it has great quality too. And let's say, as a whole, Samos is an island with a lot of flora, a rich flora, and has some of the most beautiful beaches in Greece. So in that way, participants will have the opportunity to explore digital innovation, startup entrepreneurship, and of course, the beautiful island of Samos in one summer school. PROMETHEUS summer school takes place at the University of the Aegean premises, which is in Karlovasi, and as you see in the arrow of one of the pictures, here is the harbor of Karlovasi. For further information about the summer school, you can find in the summer school website, which is in the presentation link provided. And now let's say some things about our registration fees, which is divided in 2 packages, let's say. The first package is the standard registration fee that includes all the benefits that we said before, and also access to the venue, a welcome reception, lunch and coffee for about 6 days, 2 dinners and certificate of attendance, a school bag and a badge that we provide to our summer school participants. All this in a package of 350 euros. The second package is the registration fee with stay that includes all the basic and standard registration benefits that I said in the previous package, and of course 6 nights at the student's dormitory, which is a private single room. This package is around 500 euros. So if you are interested to our summer school, the link with the registration form is provided below here in this presentation. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you all in SAMS personally. So let's begin our Q&A in the second phase.
Thank you, Ioannis. We have already three questions. I think there are already some answers, but it's better to hear directly from the people. So Yannis Pavlakis asks, can we take part even if we are already a company? Yannis, can you please open the mic and camera and present a little bit of yourself?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Yannis Pavlakis, and I have a EK company that makes surfaces out of sea grass, and would like very much to take information regarding this program, since I would like very much to develop panels made out of sea grass that provide thermal and acoustic properties. So I'm interested for the program again because I'm looking for partners and collaborators, and that's why I was asking if I could be part of this program, since I am already a company, an EK.
Yes, I think, Yanni, I think you can do both things. You can enlist in the competition, as we said before, give your idea and present it and say you are a company, and then leave it to us and the judges to decide on the next steps. And in parallel, since you already have an established company, make an application to become an associated partner. I would do both.
Yes, thank you very much. And actually, I was thinking to participate for the program, not for the products we already have, since they are quite, well accepted for the market. We just need to develop one more product, which is going to be much more specialized and taking advantage of some properties of the fiber we are using.
Great, because you see, and this applies for all of the people, because I also have a few guys asking me in the chat in the same time. You see, if you come and then you become a partner and an associated, or you enter the competition, you see, the most important, as we said at the beginning, is that we are part of this EIT bigger ecosystem. And EIT, they have very, very strong means to support companies, both financially and also market-wise and connection-wise. So you see, you might enter Prometheus, and this way we get a glimpse of what you see, but also we have people from the EIT looking at these ideas. And then you might go higher in the list of offerings in ways that you cannot imagine today, and that we cannot even imagine today, because it's a big ecosystem, and then you never know who is going to take some interest in your proposal. So I urge you to do both things.
Okay, thank you very much.
You could even develop a research team to develop your product.
Exactly.
You may even ask. Yes, this is another facility we have in this platform. By declaring an idea, you can ask for as Panagiotis showed before, you can ask for very specific things if you want. If you need a specific guy to do something, a programmer, or some guy who knows the market, or someone who has very specific knowledge, you can ask in the platform. And then you see, from all these hundreds of people that circulate around this platform, could be someone that says, I'm your guy.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question comes from Daniela Fusecki. Is it possible to participate in the competition without having an active and registered business? It was somehow already answered by Panayotis, but Daniela, could you please open your camera and mic and present a little bit yourself?
Hello, good evening. Nice to see you all. Well, yes, I have a couple of questions. I've had a small company, a cosmetics company, natural cosmetics, handmade cosmetics. I was preparing. I stopped the business, meaning that I stepped back a little bit because I was ready to do the next step, and my financing didn't work properly. So because the situation has changed, you know, COVID and all these supply systems, regularities and difficulties. Anyway, I have a history of a company, meaning that the company can be activated quite easily if that is the problem. The question is, what I need is to develop technology, because I thought of a way of making cosmetics in a different way. I mean, not in an industry, big industry in one specific place, but to develop a machine that people could use it to make cosmetics individually, let's say. It's quite niche, obviously. But since we are here and we are discussing about this, I just wanted to know if that is possible. I need collaborators and mentors, obviously, for this, and to build a team. And I want to ask, when we present an idea and we bring an idea in such a competition that is open, more or less, do we need to have the idea registered somehow? No, because you understand that it might be a foolish idea. I mean, I'm okay. We can take that. But you need you bring something that is an original thought, at least. It might be working, it might not be working. It might be financed or not. It might be supported or not.
Look,
but
do your
for
best.
The moment,
I would do the following. I would do my best and declare it in the competition. So draft these couple of pages of description. That
I have it's in Greek, and I am not a mechanic.
Yes, I
understand. You know, so
I will tell you. So you have the idea, but you have no idea if it can and how it can be done. So the first is explain it as best as you can. You saw before that we ask specific questions. Where is the need? You have to make us understand that there is a need for that. Where is the market? You have to make us understand that there is a market for this potential product. And then by drafting this, you will go up to a certain level, of course, because you don't have all the gimmicks to really make it happen.
Yes.
But leave that to us. And then you will also declare that if this goes through, I'm in need of specific people. As we said, declaring an idea gives you also the possibility to say, I want help in this and this and that. Yes,
for
and
sure. I need help for this.
Also, you will have to say, how do you think that you will give something to these people? Because when you invite someone to take part and develop some part of your idea, maybe, and make it better, most probably he will be then a partner in this idea. So you need to declare that and say, I'm needing a very specialized guy in programming or in manufacturing or in specific things about cosmetics, and I'm prepared to give him a partnership in this.
Yes,
of course. And then two things will happen. First, the judges of the first stage will think if what you say makes any sense. Okay, we're not the best, you know, only God knows if something can really go or not, but at least we will give you a kind of reasoning for that. So if you make it to the second stage,
Mhm.
then you will have a mentor to help you grow it a little bit further, as much as you can. Maybe
Yes.
also you might get a new participant, a new partner through this process that says, hey, I know about cosmetics and this sounds like a very good idea and maybe I will join. This is the
Yeah.
idea of this ecosystem.
At least
Yeah.
what has crossed my mind, and as a big ball of fire or
Mhm.
light, at least, it finds an answer,
Yeah.
a yes or a no. So the field is clean after that.
Yes, yes.
No.
You know, it's a
Yes.
perpetual try, but
Yes,
at least you can try certainly, and certainly it doesn't need to be developed, or it does. But of course, you know, if you write down something which looks completely unachievable,
Mhm.
hey, I have a possibility to make the travel to Mars in 1 day.
No, I don't
With
think
€1.
I
This
don't
one,
think so.
the judges will understand, and then they will put you under the non-achievable thing. But at least I think you have the right to try here, and it's something that we have a lot of ideas usually that are not any further than the idea stage. Have a look, as we said before, in the platform, we already have 200 ideas. Some of them will also be in the competition. Some of them might not, but at least you can see, because the 2 pages are open to everyone.
Okay, so
The
you
2
must be
pages are open to everyone. This is a common knowledge. The business plan that you are to develop in the second phase will be closed. This one will
Business
not be
plan.
open. Yeah.
So how did you describe the idea without revealing what you have actually conceived, without risking, somebody to copy it after 5, 10
I need you
years?
as a student, Daniela. You need to become a student of me, because these questions we answer in the classes. Look, the general answer says, entrepreneurs are never afraid of sharing what can be shared in 2 pages. Meaning,
Okay.
if you have a secret algorithm, this will be part of your business plan.
If it is just 2 pages, it's okay.
Yes.
I think I can say a few
I mean,
things.
an entrepreneur that is afraid of declaring his idea in 2 pages, saying that this might be taken by someone else, okay, he's not, and she's not a real entrepreneur, because we're never afraid of the 2 pages, because we are the only ones that really know what is behind. You see,
of course.
No one can, and ideas are not protected by IP. Only algorithms and specific artifacts are preserved by an intellectual property management system. Ideas is, you can copy Microsoft Word, you can copy Zoom. You see, everything you see in Zoom, you can copy easily.
Replicate it if you can.
Not so easy to gain the market potential. So let's not do that a lesson, Claudio.
Yeah, I will add a few words here. Daniela, the people who are able to read and apply your idea from that 2 pages, for sure you will help you to apply yourself the idea.
That's nice. Yeah.
That people are able to develop an idea from only 2 words. So you don't have to worry. The answer is yes, you can apply.
Okay. Until when is the time? How many days we have the platform open to post a new idea?
The platform is open till
the platform will remain open.
I lost it.
Even after the competition, but the first stage deadline is the 31st of July.
1st of July is the last day.
It's the 31st.
31st of July.
The last day of July.
Okay. Until then, you can.
But the platform is always there. You can declare needs whenever you think it's open to declare your business idea.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome. So we have the next question coming from Ioana Amar. Do you think that a big data-based business idea would be eligible for the Prometheus competition? The answer is yes, but Ioana, can you open the camera and mic and tell us a few words about you?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Ioana Marazzi. My name didn't appear full because of some previous settings on Zoom. And I'm also at the University of the Aegean. I'm part of the Information Systems Laboratory and also part of the ODECO project, which is about open data ecosystems. It's a big European project, and I'm giving you this as context to my question because there we are dealing with open data from both the private and the public sector. So it's a good marriage between the industry and the academia and everyone else involved. And I was thinking that perhaps since this is all part of digital transformation, perhaps we can use the expertise and the work we do with our partners there in the project to contribute somehow a business idea that has to do with big data, maybe open data, even the utilization of big and open data to somehow create something useful. And the approach we use in the project is interdisciplinary. So there's many people involved from various industry, previous background. So I'm sure that we could do something for education that is applicable in this context. For me personally, I'm dealing with semantic interoperability for open data ecosystems. But of course, the applications can be in every sector. So that's what I was thinking about.
Yes, and here I can add a little bit more. Big data, it's usually used not only in one domain or another. So, for example, if you use big data in bioeconomy, you can benefit of the two domains that are in the competition. So you can push on the interdisciplinarity of ideas.
So perhaps we could bring together some more researchers or partners from the project that are maybe more specialized in education, and we can see how we can implement open data or big data philosophy in this context.
Yanis, I think.
Yeah, you see, Ioana and all, it's very easy. As you saw from Panagiotis' presentation before, at the end of the application, you have to declare also which of the sustainable development goals resonate with this idea. So this is actually the key issue. If you can find a sustainable development goal that relates to your idea, you're certainly in for Prometheus. So I'm sure that any kind of application you might have around sustainability with big data, and I can think of maybe a few 100,000 of those ideas, can be very well suited for the Prometheus competition. And as you said, the more interdisciplinary it is, and I'm sure that you have a lot of people in your network through ODECO, the better. It can be the start of a very good collaboration this way.
Perfect.
You know, we can even, and that was another question, we can even sign MOUs with associated partners, I mean, with projects. This is another nice issue. So you're not an organization, but you are a project, and the project has a coordinator, and then the coordinator of the one project and the coordinator of the other project, Prometheus, representing more or less the two ecosystems, can sign an MOU, and then the whole project and the partners get access to Prometheus. Makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We had a philosophical add-on a little bit earlier about Samos, that it was the birthplace of Pythagoras, Epicure, and Aristarchus. But we have a question about planning any cultural add-on during the summer school week.
This is now a question among ourselves. Apostolos is the well-known philosopher of Prometheus project. So yeah, maybe we should organize. Maybe we should put a couple of questions. I like the very easy questions, like what is the meaning of life? and then we can discuss, I'm sure.
It's 42.
So I think we are done and in time, really. A little bit earlier with one minute.
Yes.
One comment on what we discussed previous on the DECO project. I was about to say what Yannis said actually, we can sign MOUs, but also we can become hosts for other projects competitions, because many European Horizon projects have some competitions on their examination plan to provide 5,000, 10,000 to startup teams. We can host all this process with a special prize on their side. So we could feel free to utilize us in this kind of procedures.
So this is where Zoe comes in, our host.
So thank you all. Thank you all for being here. You can find everything in our main website and our platforms. Hope to see you soon. And that's all.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you all. I wish you a nice day. And the results will be in the YouTube channel of this day, and we will remember forever. Okay, we all know when we are going to meet again. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
See you
you.
next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good day.